I could go on and on, raisin bread. If you notice, I like bread. Many of us do, right? It's a comfort food, it's a staple food, but you can't really go and get fresh bread anymore, or you're not leaving your house to, and the store-bought stuff just doesn't do the job. So we've got for you the easiest way you can make homemade bread. This is Curtis's 2-pound bread maker. We have 2 different colors for you. It is on a $30 price break, so we've got it in the black. We've also got it in the white for you. We do have 5 interest-free credit card payments on everything here at HSN today. So you can get it home for $23.99. Let us ship it out to you. Remember, we give you 30 days to try it out. So you can make all the breads you've ever wanted to make. Well, actually, you don't really do the making. The bread maker does the making. You can see that clear lid. You've got, it's nonstick on the inside, so you take this little pan out, there you go, easy breezy. And on here, everything is push button. So you've got all these great 19 presets to make the bread of your dreams, chef. That's like music to my heart. It's like speaking to my soul. I used to drive through, there's a bread company in Orlando when I lived there, and I would drive through the highway and I would just smell the fresh bread coming into my car, and it almost makes me want to go off the road. Now we can have that beautiful bread at home.
Oh my goodness, you sure can, but I'm just watching them set up over here.
Yeah.
This is my favorite cake pan in the world. It's my bundt pan, the fluted pan. It is back in stock. We're gonna do a little demonstration. It's coming up, but I wanted you to see it. All right, get ready for the best bread of your life, and I am not exaggerating. This little champion does so much. Now, we're sending you home with a book with all the instructions. It is literally a step-by-step. And how many breads are there, recipes? Is there about 20? 19, I wasn't far off, was I? 19 breads, and you will bake all of them once you get going. Let me just show you how it works. It is this simple, and this is why I love it. You dump in the ingredients and we tell you what to put in. There's some water, there's a little oil, there's some sugar, there's some salt, right? You put that in first, and then you throw in your flour. The flour gets dumped in, you make just a little bit of a well, just like that. You just make a tiny little hole in the top. You go ahead, you put your yeast in. Now, when it comes to setting this, it's very, very simple. You press menu and it'll go through the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll go all the way through all of the different breads. I'm gonna start on number 1. You choose the weight. Do you want 1 pound, 1.5 pounds, or 2.5 pounds? I'm gonna leave it on what it's set to. You can choose the crust color. Do you like it light, dark, or medium? I'm just gonna hit start and watch what happens. Can you see how that, I'll try and tilt that up a little bit for you so you get a good look in there. Do you see how that's just gone to work? So this is how simple it is, you guys. You close it, that's it. You walk away from it, and 3 hours later, you have perfectly baked bread. Let me show you the country white. I'm gonna go ahead now. This handle will be hot, so just pick that up with a towel, bring it on over here. This is the country white, and I'm going to show you as many of the 19 as I have time for. Of course, you can let it cool down, but this is how it comes out. Perfectly baked. Listen to the crust. You hear that? And watch what I can do here. I'm just going to cut on into that bread. I mean, can you imagine baking this at home? Imagine waking up to the smell of this. And don't forget, you can preset. I'm going to take just a little bit of butter, and I'm gonna make you all crazy right now, because as you see that butter starting to melt, I'm just gonna tell you that this is without question the fluffiest, crustiest, most unbelievable bread.
You're not right, chef. That's not nice. That's just,
Oh my,
that's just.
it's so good.
Your wife needs to
I'm
put
gonna-
you in timeout for that. That wasn't fair. He's
Next
still
level,
eating.
currant, orange, and walnut. There are so many different options for you. And the idea here, thanks, Vanessa. I'm gonna go fast, Vanessa, so you're gonna have to keep up, because I love bread. I know you do too. Vanessa's an incredible baker. Here's the most amazing thing. What you'll be able to do here, see how wonderful that is? See how beautifully distributed that fruit is? Just gorgeous, right? So you know what, Vanessa, why don't we just stack them up here, because I want everybody to see all of the different types. And whether you're putting a bit of jam or a little bit of butter on top, that's totally up to you. But these breads, oh my Lord. It's so good. The truth is, We don't want to have to go to the store every morning for fresh baked bread. So what we end up doing is buying bread full of preservatives, full of stuff that you don't want in your bread. Have a look what's coming out next. Jalapeno cheddar. You can go sweet, you can go savory, you can go super cheesy. Again, I'm just lifting it up. Now, you know us in non-stick. Everything just falls out of the pan. You'll never, ever have a problem with that. Have a look at this. You can slice it acrossways like I have been, or, of course, you can slice it lengthways. Look at the swirls of cheese through that bread. You can imagine how this one's going to taste. Can you hear how crusty it is as I'm going through it? I mean, the flavors that you will achieve in this bread. Valerie, have you ever baked your own bread?
No, because it requires work.
It doesn't anymore.
I know.
You just throw it and you leave it alone.
And it's so easy. You are just, I am so angry at you right now. You just keep diving into all that bread and it's literally, it's unfair. We're all in the studio mad at you, but so simple to do. If you have an outlet, that's it. That's all you do. You just plug it in. It's got a simple outlet. And the profile of it is actually kind of small considering what it does at doing all the work for you. So it's gonna stand about 12 inches high, about 13 3/4 inches in length, and then the depth here right here is gonna be just over 9 inches. So remember, you can see the work being done on the inside. Those preset buttons make it really easy. So all you do is preset, you know, you just set it, add the ingredients, press the button, and walk away. It does all the work, all the kneading for you. Whether you want 1 pound, 1.5 pounds, or 2 pound loaf of bread. And I love that Chef talked about the sweet and the savory and dietary needs. Maybe you have children or yourself that's gluten-free, or you know, you don't want to put any nuts, or you don't want to put any dairy, or you just can customize and make it anything you want every single time you use it. Here's how you place your order, you guys, because this is going to be a holiday fan favorite. I've been seeing people make bread on Instagram and all the social influencers. We're home a lot right now. Today we're doing it on a feature price. We are giving you a fantastic savings. Of course, Chef created this with you in mind, the at-home chef. Black and white is your color choices, so it looks good in every kitchen. And you make 5 interest-free credit card payments of about $23 and change to get it home. We do have our HSN credit card, and if you haven't signed up for our HSN credit card, you could save another $40 off. That would be a $70 savings on this bread maker when you sign up and get the HSN credit card. It does come with those 19 presets, making it customizable and versatile as well. But I like, Chef, the idea of kind of getting the family together. You sort of add the ingredients that you want. You know, the little ones can just press the button, you go watch a movie, you come back, you got fresh baked bread.
Hudson and Emerson, my little boys, absolutely love using this. Let me go back to the one, you saw me dump all the ingredients in before, and let me lift that up for you. See how it's doing all the work? It's doing all of the kneading for you, and then it'll click into a proving section, then it'll go into a baking section. It takes about 3 hours, but don't forget, if you want to program this before you go to bed, you can wake up to the smell of perfectly baked bread. Come over here because I've got manchego, I've got olives. Again, listen to the crustiness on this bread. Have a look how beautifully, I mean, every single slice that you make, you'll just get that perfect crust, that beautiful fluffiness in the center. I'm gonna start whipping through these because I want you to show all the different varieties. You mentioned gluten-free before, and I know we have a lot of people that are more gluten intolerant than ever. Thanks, Vanessa. Here's the deal. This makes wonderful gluten-free bread. Here it is. Let me show it to you. I'm gonna cut through it this way. Again, talk about a crust. When did you hear a crust like that on gluten-free bread? And look how fluffy and wonderful that is. Next, I'm going over here. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. This is my pumpkin, maple, and pecan. Oh. I mean, it's so good. All you do is flip it over. You lift it on out. Now, you'll see here, if this ever happens to you and the hook is missing, right? So you'll see inside the pan, see there's no hook? They come with the hook. That means that the hook's just been caught in the bread. Oh, you removed it, did you, Vanessa? Vanessa's already pulled it out. But we do give you a little hook. You just go in and you remove that hook, the dough hook, from the bottom of the bread. Oh, yeah, let me show it to you. So occasionally this will happen, right? So that goes in there, and then you just go on through and you just dig that straight out. That's the dough hook. So very, very simple to do, but make sure the dough hook's either in the bottom of the pan or you remove it. Okay, again, crusty. Listen to that. I mean, perfectly crusty on the outside, steamy and wonderful in the center. Again, so many different options. Oh, this is a brioche. So this is that French bread. What do you pay for a loaf of good brioche? $8, 12 bucks? You know, it's really an expensive, if you go to a really fancy bakery, you could pay $15 for it. But look at the color that we get on the outside. So here we chose the dark crust because, again, you're in charge of the crust. Let me show it to you on the inside. Beautiful. I mean, it's so hot and steamy. Vanessa, it's perfect. Let me go ahead and cut a slice because I know I shouldn't do this to everybody because you're just waking up. You're thinking, oh my goodness, what is he doing? Sorry, Valerie.
Cinnamon raisin, chef?
Cinnamon raisin, pumpkin spice, manchego, olives. I mean, the list goes on of ingredients you can make with this bread, chef. It's unbelievable. I want to say this is actually the first time you've seen this since it sold out in March. We have it back in stock. Do not wait. It's a great holiday gift. It's a great wedding gift, anniversary gift. Somebody was actually talking about their grandkids who are having kids now. So, I mean, this is a whole family unit. It does come with the pamphlet, the booklet, step by step, easy. Basically, you just add the ingredients and you press a button. The buttons are all completely laid out. You've got everything from basic bread, you've got express bread, French bread. I mean, everything that you can imagine, sweet and savory. You add your own ingredients. You already know what recipes and flavors you and your family like, but for $23.99, your taste buds need to be the test. Your family needs to be the test. Get it home and try it. We give you 30 days. Think about all the bread that you can make in the next 30 days. We're gonna be home. We're going into the holidays when bread is like a staple at the table. It's a staple in the morning. It's a staple in the afternoon. It's a staple at dinner time, maybe even in the evening for your sweet desserts. So I love that we have this back. So Chef, I wanna see what other bread concoctions you're coming up with because I have a feeling I want all of them. You haven't made one that I would say, no, I'll pass on that one.
Cinnamon raisin has to be my favorite first thing in the morning. And I'm not going to lie, I spread the butter on kind of thick for the cinnamon raisin because the flavor of this, you can see how the bread is literally falling apart. Oh, yeah. It is so good. Now, I've shown you all the breads. You can make pizza dough. You can make pasta dough. You can make fresh yogurt. So delicious. But here's the deal. Have I got a plate there? Let me just pour this out so everybody gets to see it. Now, of course, you'd never do this. I've made a rice pudding. Let me show you how the rice pudding comes out of the bread maker. We give you the recipe for that. We make a berry compote. Have a look at this. Again, recipe included. You can be making that at home. You can make your own yogurt. My mum, I remember as a kid, had a yogurt maker. She had one product that she probably paid the same amount of money that you're paying today, and all it did was make yogurt. All right, you can do all these different things. Let me show you the pizza dough that comes out of here. I mean, it's just a divine tool that you will use. There's a reason it sold out last time we brought it here, and it's taken us some time to get it back in because the world's a different place. I would have never thought, thanks, Vanessa, I would have never thought that pizza makers, bread makers would become so insanely popular, but they're very, very hard to even get the factories to keep up with the orders at the moment. Look at this pizza dough. You guys, you'll be able to stretch your own pizza dough, and this is how simple pizza dough is. You literally just stretch it. If you want to show off, guys, put it on your knuckles like that and flick it in the air, right? And you can actually make your own pizzas just like they do in the pizza shops. And then you literally just push that down into the bottom of a pan. You're going to put your toppings on top, and you'll be baking your own pizza. I mean, what does a pizza cost you to get from the corner store? Well, this cost me about $1.20 to make, okay? So you can make brilliant products time and time again.
And you'll have so much fun using this over and over and over again, but you've got to get it home to try it. So choose white or choose black, under $24 on any major credit card. We send it out to you. I want to know what kind of bread you guys are going to make. So you guys come into Facebook, hang out with us, let us know. And while you're there, who's picked up our today's special yet? Have you guys seen this? It's our very best value of the day. It is from the